Good afternoon. Today is the Tuesday, the 8th of September. It's just before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. My name is Arran Hunt. I'm a partner at Stacey Hammond and the head of the Migration Partners team. As always, this video should not be taken as legal advice, merely an update of what's happening with immigration in New Zealand. If you're looking for legal advice, please visit the Migration Partners website where we can provide an immigration review, which includes a video call with me. A discount code is provided at the end of this video for that service. Now, what we're covering today is a rumour. I'll say that very, very strongly. This is a rumour. It is not confirmed. It's coming out of the media. We've not heard about this from our Immigration New Zealand contacts. However, it's come from a press release that was issued last Friday by a very reputable source. So last Friday we got from Immigration was the additional 5 months provided for a number of visitor visa holders. However, on the same day, an industry lobby group expected there to be something more. So on Friday, Dairy New Zealand and Federated Farmers together provided a press release. Now, those two groups are large groups in the agriculture sector. Provided a press release welcoming back temporary workers who had been locked out of the country. That was the wording they used. So when the government announced there's actually a visitor visa extension being announced on Friday, the press release was quickly withdrawn. The wording of the press release actually included the following words. So, Federated Farmers and Dairy New Zealand are pleased that the government's immigration changes announced today will provide clarity to migrants and farmers, enabling them to plan for the future. The changes mean some farm employers nationwide will welcome home migrants and their families after months overseas. Now, as I said, this was withdrawn once Immigration New Zealand announced the actual changes, which were visitor visa changes, not changes for work visas. Now, allegedly, there had been an agreement reached between the government and the primary industry groups like Federated Farmers or Dairy New Zealand. So they had assumed that the Friday visa changes were based on that agreement. Officially, the Minister of Immigration, Chris Fafoy, said that there was no plan to change to make any other announcement beyond the visitor visa changes on Friday. He also mentioned that further work is happening in a number of areas around adjustments and additions to immigration settings, and there'll be more information in due course. Now, what has allegedly been agreed is that a new group would be founded within government and given the power to decide which groups of offshore temporary migrants would be allowed in. They would also manage any requirements for extra quarantine, which, as I've said before, is the big issue here. Now, our take on this is that the government knows they can't just open the gates to all work visa holders and other visa holders from overseas, as the quarantine facilities currently in place are not sufficient to take that many people. So the options where they can do it by a case-by-case basis, but I think instead of doing it by case, they're looking at doing it by industry. So with Dairy New Zealand and Federated Farmers being involved, the first industry could be those working in agriculture. And then we assume it would spread to other industries. Of course, this remains a rumour, but it comes from large industry groups who would have a lot of sway on government policy. As tertiary education is another large industry in New Zealand, that group may also look at be looking at a timetable for bringing students back. Now that would be in line with the Prime Minister's comments a couple of weeks ago about New Zealand being open to students again to study in 2021. So this is hopefully some good news. It is still a rumour. So make sure that this is a rumour. It is not confirmed yet. We haven't heard this internally from our contacts at INZ, but it is coming from a reasonably good source, being these large industries. We believe there could be a lot of truth in it. But hopefully we'll get some more information in the next few weeks and give you guys a little bit more hope in that New Zealand is moving forward and the gates are going to open. Until then, stay strong, kia kaha, and keep wearing those masks.